first I showed you how we can create it manually. Okay, but as you know, manually it can be painful because we might have lot of accounts, lot of legal entities, lot of things to define. So instead of doing it manually, there is a way where we can upload it, which is called as this, create chart of accounts and all that. This is through a spreadsheet, also called as a rapid implementation spreadsheet. So you can search for it from here, create chart of accounts. If you don't get it here, we can go to this setup and maintenance, search. You can search by spreadsheet. So there is an option through which you can download and upload it. Okay. So let's say I say create chart. See here, create chart of accounts, ledger, legal entities, business units in spreadsheet. All I did was I came here and searched for with the word spreadsheet. Okay. So all the spreadsheet loaders are displayed. Out of that, I'm going to use the create chart of accounts, ledger, legal entities, and business units in spreadsheet. So I click on it. So the rapid implementation, this is called as rapid implementation for general ledger, that gets downloaded. Okay. Let's open this file and see what is there. Just like you have a create, in the spreadsheet, we'll enter all the data and there is an option for uploading as well. So if you scroll down, you will see there is a place for uploading. Okay, like here you can see this upload. You will be able to see a section for upload also, upload spreadsheet. Okay, so this one has now opened the spreadsheet. So there are different sheets over here. Let's enable all the macros here. Be sure to enable your macros. Okay. Now, the first is sheet that you have here is a series of instruction. So it tells you how to create enterprise structure, what overview, how do you prepare the setup data, including determine your chart of accounts, create your segment values, legal entities, addresses, everything. Okay. And then you have the step by step, all the instructions given. Then part B is the additional hierarchies that you can create. That is the parent-child relationship in case of the accounts. So all those details are also mentioned over here. So if you read this carefully, you will get to see a complete set of instructions, okay, on how to manage the spreadsheet and how to upload the data along with screenshots and everything. Got it? And here you will see like this is a parent-child relationship. So this is revenue under this 40001 and these are the child values. This one is 51,000, under this 51400, under this 53450, under this 53430, and then 313234, so on. Okay, so this is just an illustration of the parent-child relationship that you can establish between the different accounts. Chart of accounts, this is the place where you will need to fill up the name of the chart of accounts, the currency, the frequency, that is the calendar, fiscal year, start date, end date, and all that. These are the chart of account segments that you're going to have. Segment 1, segment 2. When you click on this, you will be able to specify the details. Then you also have the steps here. First step, once you have entered all this information, you have to validate it, generate the chart of accounts file, generate the ledger entity, legal entity, business unit file, and then you have to upload those files into the application. Business units, all the business units that you can have can be listed here. Okay. If you remember, when we were defining the enterprise structures, we were defining the business units manually, right? Here you don't have to do it manually. You can upload them using this spreadsheet. These are the different companies and their legal entities. On the right-hand side, you have the legal entity identifier, country, address, and all the details over here. Okay. These are the natural account codes. Which one is for airfare, which one is for rent, which one is for internet connection. All these charges, all the values that you're going to be defining is mentioned over here. Then these are any sequences, that is the series 1, 2, 3, 4, a unique number, unit sequence gets created here. Got it? Anyone, any question at this point of time? Anyone, any question? So you see, creating the ledger structures, the business units, the legal entities has been made easy by Oracle. Okay, you can use the rapid implementation for GL to upload all the data. If you scroll down, very helpfully, Oracle has also given us some sample data which you can use, or you can also enter your own data. Okay, let me just show you how we can enter our own data here. Let's say we have a ledger name that you have to specify. I'll say SP ledger. Currency. There is a drop down here. USD. Period frequency. Again, there is a drop down. Let's keep it monthly. Adjusting periods. Once at beginning of year, once at year end. Adjusting period is between the 2 years. If you have any transactions that you are going to be entering, okay, so you can enter them in the adjusting period. Even if you have closed one period, you can enter the journals. Fiscal year start. Let's say you want to start it from 2023. So you can give 23, or you can give other things also. These are your segment values, chart of accounts that you can define, key flex field structure. So it will create it for you. SP company, SP department. I'm just first creating these SP account. Then I specify the segment label. That is, what is the purpose of each of these segments. So the first one, SP company, is going to be my primary balancing segment. SP department is going to be my cost center. SP account is going to be my natural account. And intercompany Company segment. What is the prompt display? That what do I want to show as a short form? Maybe CO, DP, okay, account, and intercompanies IC. What is the display width? I can just keep them uniform. Maybe everybody's I want 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Okay. And then you can do a save as and save it as with your name. Okay. So that will help you to distinguish between what you are entering and what you have downloaded from the application. The original file remains intact. In case there is some mess up, you can always come in and create them. Then we come to the business units. Okay. Here, if you see, company is going to come from your company's this list. Department, we don't have a place for entering department. Account is the natural account segment. Intercompany is again the company list that we are going to see. So we need a place for entering the department. So I'll click on department and say add segment sheets. So what the system is going to do is, remember the macros have to be there. So let me just see if all the macros are there. Okay. So now see this SP department got created where we can have the list of our departments. Okay. So first I have started filling up the name of the ledger and the different chart of accounts. Then I come to the business unit, and in the name I'll have a business unit. Let's say I call it SP business unit. I'll just keep things simple, and the default entity name will be SP uh, Vision Corporate. Okay, and then we can save it. Then we come to companies and legal entities. So here we will be starting with like the parent. Okay, the parent one, and let's say parent value is 99. The child value can be 0001. In this way, you can have 0203 like that, and you need to give a definition. So the 99 is for the entire company as a whole. This is corporate. This is domestic operations. Since it is the parent one, you won't have these enabled, but for these, you will have to enter their details. So one legal entity, which was our default legal entity, is this one, SP Vision Corporate HQ, which we'll create here. SP Vision Corporate HQ. You can give an identifier. Country, you can give any country. So we'll use, let's say, United States. For United States. Remember to give the proper address so that you will get all the information here. City Center, Clara, State, California. Wherever it is mandatory, you will get this asterisk sign. So please put in the details. Okay. So that's one business unit. The second one is your okay. Just like where we were doing before, you can create your own entities here. You can keep the same address. Let's change these numbers. Okay. And then we come to the account codes. This is the national accounts. Here also you will have the parent-child relationship. So if depends on how many levels of parent you're going to have. So let's say we are going to have two levels of parents. So 4 digits 999, and this will call as total of the parent. Okay. And account type is, these are the different types of accounts that you can have: asset, liability, revenue, expense. So depend on how you are defining each of them, you will have to identify the account type. Okay. This is for assets. So this is the type is asset. And child values, you can have different types of child values. So you can say 1110 is for cash. And this is an asset type of cash. So you will have asset cash. Okay, child. So then next one is receivables. So these sequence numbers, usually companies already have some predefined way of defining these numbers. They will share with you the um, structure which has to be loaded in this fashion. So if you have it in Excel, then it is possible to load this also. Okay. Accounts receivable. Remember, these financial categories will also get auto-populated. Prepayment, if you remember, this was an advance that was paid. Now this is all under 1000. Then we come to the 2000 parent one, under which we'll have different child. So this one will be 2000 could be the liability account, total trade payables. So total payables that you're going to be having, that will be tracked here. So this is a liability account. So you should see it under liability. Okay. And this is a full liability. So you will see it here. This is the parent liability actually. So it will show you the total of all liabilities under 2000. So these are the child values that you are going to be having underneath that. Let's quickly enter the child values. Usually this list is provided, okay? So you don't always have to wonder or create these out of your mind. The customer will be giving you what it is. Or what we often do is, in case nothing is available, we create one. You can find on in Google, you can go and Google it. And then that could be the starting point, and then you fine tune that as you go along. Customer will, okay, this is not what I want, this is what I want, and so on. This is the capital that you are going to be having, so that you can put under owner's equity. There are different subsections here. Okay, if you scroll down, you will find them along with the financial category. So pick the ones which are relevant here. Owner's equity, retained earnings. Okay, so this will come automatically in this case. Translation adjustment is just owner's equity. In case what you are entering is not found, then you can enter them in this way. Next parent child is 4,000. And this one is your total revenue. And revenue accounts type. So you can have child values 104120. If you need one more, you can just go on in this way 4110102030 like that. So this is revenue, that means total earnings. So if you are having different sales, you can do technology sales, then you can do financial contracts. Okay. Technology sales. Revenue also you can have different types. So revenue, or sale, like this is sales revenue. Financial contracts is also revenue, and this is also sales revenue. So this is revenue. Okay. Then after 4,000, we'll have 5,000. Usually there are accounts for different types of account. So account types, if you remember, I showed you owner's equity, asset, liability, expense. So these are the typical ones for which you will be having accounts here. You see these main things: asset, liability, owner's equity, revenue, expense. So these are the 5 primary types of account. Expense. If you want to further segregate it, you can scroll down. You will see one for expense, other operating. This is payroll, salaries, so you can link it with salaries. Then you have 520. The sequence number is also determined by you. We usually keep gaps in between, because in case there is some account code that needs to be fitted in between, you can plug it in. Like if you put 5106 later on, it can show after 5105. This is your suspense account. Okay. And so I think pretty much we have covered all the different types of account codes that we are going to be having, okay, in this list. So we have the five types of main types of account: assets, okay, liability, owner's equity, revenue, and expenses. Okay. So these are the main five types of account. And then final thing that we have is our sequence numbers that we have and the department. So let's come here and let's say annually. So this is one receivable, credit memos again annually. That means it will start from an initial value of 1 on an annual basis. At the end of the year, this will expire, and next year it is again going to start from 1. Okay. And then here we have SP department, which is for our department values. So here also we can have a parent child. Okay. So this is one. And in case you want any um, intercompany or anything, you can create this. Otherwise, you can leave it out. Okay. Now, when you come here, we have done the first step. So if you want, if you are done, then you validate it. Oh, I deleted this. This is required. Account type, revenue account must only be assigned to, oh, revenue. I have assigned to two of them. So revenue, sales revenue, financial contracts. This is the validation account type, top revenue. um, Okay. So one of them is gone. So this is the top revenue. Revenue. Top revenue. Let's do another round of validation now. Oh, SP revenue, top revenues, parent account expense, top operating unit, parent account expanded account. Now operating expenses. Okay, the top operating unit account has to be defined. So now let's run the validation one more time. So top revenues as well. Where is revenue? Revenue. Top revenues, parent account, and top operating expenses account can be only assigned to one account. Okay. Expense. Oh, this one. Expense. This is actually revenue. Now let's see. We should be left with only the department intercom. Oops. Happening. Top revenue. There's only one. Oh, oh. There's another. Oh, who's better? Okay. So now 1 miscellaneous. Oh, miscellaneous. We have two of them here. Miscellaneous. Other operating. If you don't find the combination there, you will have to link it up individually. And then once we come here, let's run the validate again. So you only are left with SP intercompany. So this one will come here and we will say, click on add segment. So your SP department is there and SP intercompany is there. Okay. So for companies and intercompanies, you are going to have so over here, these are the companies that we are going to be having. So that is your intercompany as well, right? So these are the two different companies. So you can copy them like this. So 99 is your parent. 99. And this one. Corporate domestic operations. Okay. Now let's go back and run the validate one more time. Oh, description. Total intercompany. And the companies 00 and 01. These are the two values that should be here. 00 and 01. Okay, so validation is successful. So this is your sample report. Okay, that this is just like how you will get an output based on the different chart of account codes that you have defined. Next step over here is to generate your chart of accounts file and the legal entity and all these files. So step 2 is generate chart of accounts file. So click on this. You will find a zip file gets generated. Save it on your local machine. Chart of accounts and save it. Same thing, generate financial common entities, save it. You can save it with your name prefix also. Okay. Now, once this is done, we go back to our application. Click on search. Search for upload. Upload chart of accounts. Click on this. This is the hierarchy. Choose the file. Okay. So here we are uploading the chart of accounts. And then submit it. Here you can see the progress. Wait for this to continue. Now, once this is done, you need to deploy the key flex field. Chart of accounts, we are uploading our key flex field. Remember that? So we'll have to go and verify whether this is. You can see here it is uploading the value sets. Wait for this to complete. Okay, so this is done. Let's go and check the flex field structure here. So for this, we'll go to the manage chart of accounts structures. Okay. And this is an instance of that chart of accounts. So we'll go to manage chart of accounts instances, search for it. And then we will get into manage structures. Excuse me. Okay. So here you can see this. Okay. Deployment status. Look at the deployment error messages, if there are any error messages or not. Okay. If not, what you can, if there are errors, you can deploy it once again. Once the OK button is enabled is when you know that the deployment is completed successfully. Okay. Now see deployment completed. Say OK. So if you want to look at the structures, you can search. And within this, if you scroll down, you will see SP ledger. Okay. So this is the name of my chart of accounts. Within this, when I go inside, you will find the SP company, SP department, SP account, SP intercompany. Got it, everybody? This is the SP intercompany name of the value set. And this one is properly tagged as intercompany segment. Now, when you are uploading using the Excel sheet, you should always come back and check whether this is done properly or not. Got it, everyone? Next, we need to upload the ledger legal entities here. For this, again, we will go back to setup and maintenance, search, upload. Here you will see upload ledger legal entities and all that. See upload ledger legal entities business units. Click on it. Okay. And we are uploading the enterprise structure. So we'll browse, pick up our file, financial common entities. Okay. And then hit submit. Again, let it run. As you can see, one by one, all these different things are getting loaded. Okay. So all of them have to succeed. Anybody got any question on this? No questions. Let this run, and in parallel, we can look at these. These are the legal structures, manage legal entity. You see here, SP Vision America and SP Vision Corporation has got created. These are the two legal entities that we had defined in our spreadsheet. Okay, along with their legal entity address, legal entity identifier, country, all these details are created. This is the legal entity. Then if you search for business unit, you will get the business units. This one is not yet created. And if I look at the chart of account values, these are the value sets. So for each of the value sets, you will get the corresponding values. So let's start with SP and see what value sets are there. See SP account. When I click on this and click on manage values and search, I will get the values for my account codes. You remember this? We had manually added it. Total assets, total revenue, total pay liability. Okay. So all those values are now uploaded in the application. We didn't have to enter them manually. We can do them manually as well. If anything has been missed out, we can just come in and add them here. Okay. Or subsequently, maybe later on, another international operations opens up. So you have 99000102. Got it? And got it, everybody? Now we can go back and check our schedule process where it is. The way to check is go to tools and there is schedule processes here. Okay, schedule processes. Click on it and you can see this. This is still running. Anyone? Any question? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share a document with you. Give me a few minutes and so that you can follow that. The video of this is already there